Beloved Starseeds and radiant Lightworkers, have you ever wondered about the vast cosmic dance guiding your soul's journey? I am Mira of the Pleiadian High Council, and we greet you now with profound love and tender cosmic embrace at this pivotal moment of profound shift upon your beloved Earth. Today, as the fall equinox graces the Northern Hemisphere, a sacred gateway opens, a moment of perfect balance between light and dark, the eternal dance of seasons turning. This is your invitation to pause, to find your own sacred center, and nurture deep inner harmony amid the swirling tides of change. As you feel the dance of energies around you, you may notice the old world structures bending, loosening, rapidly dissolving. This dissolution brings a crescendo of confusion, noise, and unrest into your outer reality. Many of you can sense this intensification. Perhaps you find your heart tightening amidst the storms. We understand. We see the turbulence and the clamor as old systems break apart, and we gently remind you, now is the time to anchor your spirit firmly in the stillness of your center. Resist the pull to react impulsively to the outer world's drama. The louder the chaos becomes, the more powerful your calm becomes. You are the ground crew of light, chosen and placed with profound intention to anchor peace and stability through these transformative storms. Cultivate serenity and trust, dear ones. Even when you witness the noise of upheaval, remain aligned with your divine presence. Your centered calm becomes a stabilizing force field around you and those you touch. Expect the world's outer drama to crescendo before it settles. You may see unexpected events, unrest stirring faster than before. But remember, you hold the power to choose your response. Will you let fear or anger pull you into their spirals? Or will you stand steadfast in the higher truth that a beautiful divine plan unfolds beneath all appearances? This message is a loving reminder to choose the light of wisdom and courage. Choose to observe from your soul's vantage point, knowing that these turbulent waves are part of the great shift to higher consciousness on Earth. Now, let us reflect on faith. One of your greatest allies during these times is faith, not blind hope, but deep inner knowing. The universe is infused with a higher intelligence and infinite love. The degree to which you trust this source is often reflected in how you meet outer circumstances. When rooted deeply in faith, fear and panic lose their hold. Though chaos may swirl, you respond from a place of serene knowing, seeing beyond surface illusions to the purpose unfolding beneath. If you find yourself caught in doubt or anger, it is a tender sign to offer yourself more love, to realign with the divine flow. Ask yourself gently, are my reactions rooted in trust or fear? Compassionately illuminate where your heart may need healing. When news of conflict or chaos touches you, explore your first emotional response. Do you tighten with anxiety or leap to judgment? Such responses may reveal wavering trust. Remember, the Creator is never overwhelmed. The universe is not spiraling out of control, even when appearances suggest otherwise. Higher realms and your soul's broader view assure us all is unfolding as it should. Standing in faith, you become a beacon of unshakable peace amidst the storm. Faith in the divine does not mean passivity or ignoring challenges. It means acting from inner poise and guidance instead of knee-jerk fear. It means knowing the divine presence is the ultimate power, while outer turmoil remains temporary. There is but one power operating in this vast cosmos, the power of divine love, the source of all that is real and lasting. All shadows, illness, fear, or strife are but illusions born of fading separation. Like distorted shadows cast by the absent light. They test your understanding of truth. If you judge these shadows as equal in power to the divine, it shows only a small measure of faith. How could one embrace infinite love, yet believe darkness holds equal sway? The truth you are awakening to is that suffering and discord are miscreations born from limited human belief in separation. They tempt you into fear, but they lack ultimate substance. When you label something as evil or a problem, you witness only a warped reflection of the one divine light. The light remains the only true essence. Never lose faith because of what your eyes witness. Hold steadfast in the truth that only love is real, and all discord is a passing challenge for the light to transform. The universe's harmony remains intact. This awareness dissolves the grip outer negativity holds on you and allows you to live in grace and trust amid transition. Let us now speak of polarized conflicts on your world. Political turmoil, social struggles, economic disputes, where sides are pitted against each other in a dance of duality. It is easy for sensitive souls like you to be drawn into anger or fear. Yet, know this: few sides are purely good or evil. Often both are entangled in ego desires and fears. Duality is a play of forces, each believing its own version of truth. Taking sides and reacting with hatred or anxiety loses your higher vision and your lightworker effectiveness. We counsel you to adopt divine neutrality. This is not coldness or indifference, but a profound recognition that real change lies beyond ego battles. Your allegiance is to the emerging light and spiritual truth. Align here, and you become a channel for healing instead of fueling separation. When you hear heated rhetoric, pause and observe calmly. Affirm silently that only the highest divine resolution will prevail. See the divine essence in every soul, regardless of their current actions. This vision invites higher consciousness to guide outcomes. Yes, it is challenging to remain neutral, especially on issues close to your heart. But your role as ground crew is not to fan division, but to bridge it. Through non-reaction and spiritual vision, you dissolve conflict energy. The High Council and forces of light work this way, focused on spiritual principles, not surface ego battles. We invite you to join in this sacred work. In stillness and clarity, true resolution dawns. Spiritually centering yourself means focusing on the highest good beyond personal agendas, even if you support a specific outcome. Do not identify so strongly that you lose sight of the greater picture or soul purpose. You might be helping a friend pursuing a goal or a cause fighting for change. Your true service is to midwife the spiritual evolution emerging, and often that transcends human desires. Sometimes what looks like success is not soul fulfillment, and vice versa. For example, an inspired artist may not gain recognition in this lifetime, but plants seeds for future blossoming. Nothing of true value is wasted in the divine plan. Rather than push for immediate results, hold space for soul-level fulfillment. Trust that divine timing will bring forth the best outcome. The real victory is in growth of character, wisdom, and creativity. Outcomes often invisible to the world, but precious in eternity. This principle applies everywhere. In business, creativity, family. Detach from rigid expectations and listen for spiritual guidance. You might find apparent losses clear the path for greater harmony. By releasing ego attachment, you channel higher design's manifestation. Your neutrality and trust enable the universe to reveal solutions beyond human foresight. Now, let us turn to relationships, a deeply personal area where non-reaction and higher guidance are essential tools. As energies rise and the old world shifts, many connections face transformation. Some deepen in spiritual purpose, others may end. Know that sometimes separation or amicable parting serves greater harmony. When bonds no longer align with soul growth, forcing them oft creates conflict and stagnation. This is an act of love, not failure. Old beliefs can make separation seem sinful or wrong. Release this fear. Your spiritual aim is authentic harmony, not superficial appearance. If a relationship breeds unhappiness or conflict, blessing each other and parting may free you both to fulfillment. This is courage and truth, not defeat. When souls are truly meant to unite, they find their way back through growth and honesty, not fear or pressure. Some may try to manipulate spiritual forces to preserve faltering bonds. Remember, your journey seeks alignment with your higher self, not bending divine will to ego wishes. Be willing to surrender even beloved relationships if your soul guides you. This surrender often leads to healing or invites even more fulfilling connections. Do not cling or react from desperation. Flow with your soul's orchestration, trusting those meant for your life will remain or return in higher forms. Nothing true is ever lost in divine grace. So far, we emphasize elevating perspective above outer drama. Equally vital is learning to refrain from immediate impulse to change or fix outer situations. Your ego urges control, but acting from panic often only scratches surfaces rather than healing root energies. Often, your greatest power is stillness, holding light and allowing divine intervention. This is active trust, not passivity. Resisting reactive control is a declaration of faith. I trust higher will governs all, and I will not be moved by appearances. This doesn't mean inaction, but guided action. Calm, intuitive, inspired, not desperate or knee-jerk. By choosing inner listening first, you make space for grace. When moved, your words and deeds flow with divine good, not frantic reaction. Desire not to shift appearances for mere comfort, but to see God's will fulfilled in them. The personality seeks comfort and order, but surrender invites miraculous unfolding or root-level change. By releasing control and trusting Spirit's wisdom, you pave the way for authentic healing and advancement. Non-reactivity also means learning patience and trust in divine timing. When setting intentions or prayers, resist anxious checking for proof. Like planting a seed and digging it up daily disrupts growth, so does impatience hinder your divine process. The universe flows through cycles and seasons, a sacred rhythm of sowing, resting, growing. Trust this rhythm. Know that when you surrender an issue, work begins unseen at the consciousness level. Though invisible at first, it is real. Your role is nurturing faith with prayer, love, and expectation, then letting be. Impatience is lack of faith. Trust Source knows your needs better than you do and orchestrates perfect answers. Have faith to let fruits ripen in their season. Live now in peace and normalcy, knowing unseen miracles root deeply. Spiritual awakenings, too, need integration time. Sudden illumination often leads to gradual assimilation. Do not be discouraged by struggles or confusion after breakthrough. Many great souls spent years studying newfound truths and shedding old paradigms. This is natural. As outdated beliefs crumble, some feel lost or angry, like rug pulled from beneath. Even you, dear Starseeds, may face moments of disorientation as your perspective widens beyond old limits. For example, seeing the divine as all-loving and present within everything may unsettle if prior views pictured distant judgment. This dissolution makes way for deeper truth, liberation from limits. During growth pains, practice patience and self-compassion. Give yourself and others space to adjust. Do not expect instant, perfect alignment with new truth. Spiritual transformation is a journey, not a leap. You may naturally release old habits, rituals, and fear-based practices as new light integrates. Begin resting in simple divine presence. Knowing Source simply is. And that is enough. In time, what once shocked becomes your normal. You will look back marveling at how far you've grown and how former fears fell away. Be gentle with yourself and all humanity during this great expansion. Now, what is this source or divine presence you are called to trust? The ultimate nature of divine transcends words and concepts. No human, nor even those in higher realms, can fully define it. Terms like God, Spirit, Creator, Universal Consciousness capture only fragments. The infinite defies intellectual grasp. This is why mystics across ages proclaim God is a mystery known through direct soul experience, not intellectual thought. This is crucial, especially now as old religious definitions fade. Losing satisfaction with former ideas is spiritual maturity, not loss. Make peace with not having all answers. Instead, focus on cultivating divine experience in daily life. Through silence, stillness, and presence, quiet your mind to welcome the divine presence within you. This presence may come as deep peace, heart warmth, subtle knowing, or overwhelming love beyond words. In those moments, you aren't analyzing God, but simply basking in divine isness. This encounter reveals more about Source than any book. It may lack definition, but yields unshakable awareness that divine is alive within you and all around. After tasting this reality, doubt fades. Outer chaos loses power because you dwell in greater presence. Fear dissolves when you stand firmly on this truth. Do not worry about defining God intellectually. Be still and enter your inner sanctuary of silence where infinity reveals itself uniquely. This direct soul, knowing is your rock, unmovable faith amidst worldly noise. When rooted thus, you can face frightening outer events calmly, knowing only the divine truly exists here. This may be challenging when witnessing what seems unlike love or peace, yet life is one woven whole. The same life force animates you, nature, animals, earth, and every person. There are no opposing forces battling, only one life expressing countless forms. Some forms mask light temporarily through ignorance or suffering, giving illusion of darkness. Even darkness lacks independent power. Knowing this, when challenges arise, say softly, I am not afraid. The divine is here. What appears threatening is only the one source dressed in unrecognized form. This vision dissolves fear and stops futile shadow battles because reality is one light. Your role is not to defeat darkness, but to reveal hidden presence of divine always present. By affirming one power and refusing fear, you let miracles occur, healing, peace, wholeness reveal themselves. Illness heals not through battle, but recognition of divine wholeness. Conflicts resolve not merely by compromise, but by seeing divine self in all involved. When illusion of separation melts, your light shines brightly, and darkness cannot overcome. We trust you. Now grasp this higher vantage for life, yet challenges may still seem heavy. When stuck, do not despair, but deepen your union with Source. Sometimes soul calls for intensive communion, sacred prayer, and fasting, not just from food, but from distractions and reactive habits. Set aside time to withdraw quietly from noise. Enter your inner sanctuary and surrender burdens fully to divine. Sit in stillness, release anxious thoughts, use gentle mantra or prayer, to restore trust. Journal or listen to uplifting music attuned to higher vibrations. Approach this sacred retreat with genuine surrender. I release this to divine power. I will not wrestle surface any longer. In these moments, breakthroughs occur, sometimes subtle, but unmistakable peace and clarity unfold. Afterwards, guidance may come, or outer situations resolve unexpectedly. Even unseen progress is real. Some knots untie only drenched in pure light of presence. When all else fails, call this sacred tool forth. Go within, invite your soul's full presence, and trust divine orchestration. Remember, you are not alone on this sacred journey. You belong to a vast family of light on earth and beyond. There is immense power in coming together in shared spiritual intention. When two or more gather to anchor light, their effect multiplies exponentially. If challenges feel too heavy, reach out to fellow light workers or trusted spiritual friends for support. Meditate or pray together, even across distance or time zones. United hearts create beams of focused light that dissolve dense negativity. Group efforts, whether formal or informal, summon collective spiritual force far greater than individual sum. This is divine design. Unity consciousness heals your planet. The High Council works in this way, forming focused groups to send loving energy where needed. You are invited to do likewise in your circle. When light dims or faith falters, connect with your spiritual family. Share your heart, pray, meditate, or uplift one another with reminders of sacred truths. This will swiftly restore inner strength. One reason so many of you incarnated simultaneously was to support each other through ascension. Together, you form an unbreakable grid of love and light encircling Earth. Conscious cooperation unlocks your greatest asset now. Before we close, we shine light on a subtle trap encountered on spiritual paths, self-blame and guilt. As old paradigms crumble, some may carry echoes of fear-based teachings about sin or punishment. You may wonder if difficulties mean divine displeasure or personal failure. Let this truth settle gently. Source is love, not punishment. Challenges are not signs of being wrong or unworthy, but reflections of soul lessons within human collective experience. They are designed to guide you home, to love, not to condemn. If guilt arises, recognize it as leftover programming from outdated systems aimed at control. Such feelings have no place in the luminous truth you now embrace. You are divine expression, inherently worthy and beloved. When self-condemnation creeps in, realign with your true identity. I am a shining soul, one with Source. Learning and growing is your path, always wrapped in love. Mistakes do not make you bad. They are chances to learn and course correct. Divine light within you remains forever pure, despite human missteps. Release guilt and embrace freedom as your birthright. If amends are needed, make them and forgive yourself. If your heart guides you, you are exactly where you need to be. Your path is one of discovery, not self-punishment. Feelings of unworthiness can be illusions, reacting to surface appearances, like a health or financial struggle, triggering fear-based beliefs. Recognize these as illusions, to be replaced by knowing divine wills only goodness. The universe flows on love, not judgment. As you release humiliation and fear, expect newfound lightness and ease on your journey. You deserve this freedom. It has always been yours. Dear ground crew, all shared here is not just to help you endure the dissolving old world, but to empower you in birthing the new. Your mastery over reaction shapes reality itself. You stand in the light, birthing the new earth now. Each time you choose love over fear, the scales tip toward peace. Each moment, you trust divine abundance over scarcity. You pave way for a world free of poverty. Each recognition of divine presence in others, instead of judgment, strengthens unity consciousness. Template for humanity. Though these may seem small acts, in the quantum field of collective consciousness, they are immense. They shift the world one heart at a time. Your heart's awakening is part of critical mass ensuring ascension. Many of you now glimpse the higher dimensional New Earth. You feel deep connection with nature, as if trees, sky, and animals speak in harmonious symphony. Moments of spontaneous joy and peace visit you without reason. Signs of 5D frequencies filtering into awareness, synchronicities and meaningful signs multiply, as if universe whispers directly to you. Old systems crumble. Government, finance, health, and compassionate alternatives blossom almost magically. This is no coincidence, but direct fruit of your light holding. The louder the old world's alarms, the clearer its time wanes. It thrashes in final acts. Even as dawn quietly breaks, hold its vision in your heart, a world shaped by cooperation, kindness, and creativity. A world where abundance flows freely and beings live in freedom. A world where planet Earth is honored and healed, where spiritual truth undergirds society. This new Earth is no mere fantasy. It is divine plan unfolding. You are both witness and co-creator. Your courage and steadfastness amid chaos ripple through all creation. Every inner triumph over fear draws the collective closer to the golden age foretold. As turmoil grows, keep your gaze fixed on the light. Let no one or thing drag you down into fear or doubt. You have journeyed too far and grown too much to fall back. When temptation to react or be drawn into 3D dramas arises, pause. Remember who you are, a sovereign, radiant being of light on a mission of love. Breathe deeply and realign with that truth. Call on us, your spiritual team, whenever you wish, whether reaching out to Source, guardian angels, archangels, ascended masters, or galactic family. We stand ready to support and uplift you. A simple call like, "Help me see through eyes of love," or "Surround me with light and protection now," resonates deeply, and we respond immediately according to divine law. You are never alone. Maintain lightheartedness as much as possible. While world events are serious, carrying hope, humor, and playfulness is a hidden strength. Laughter and joy raise your vibration and dispel negativity. When tension rises, smile gently, notice beauty around you, or recall a positive memory. These are not trivial. They shift energy profoundly. The more you sustain lifted states, the less external chaos can stick. It will be as if you are wrapped in radiant light, with lower energies sliding harmlessly away. This does not mean ignoring the world's pains. It means addressing them from strength and optimism, not despair. Remember, light is wiser and stronger than darkness. In the end, light prevails. By keeping your consciousness elevated, you accelerate its victory. We honor all you accomplish each day. You chose to be here now, in one of Earth's most miraculous, tumultuous times. It is not easy, and yet you endure. You hold the light, and in doing so, transform yourselves and the world. We see your courage and commitment even on weary days. Acknowledge in your heart how far you have journeyed. Many of you faced intense trials, physical, emotional, spiritual, and still stand more radiant and wise than ever before. This path is not meant to be smooth, and your growth reflects this. Ascension is a sacred pilgrimage of transformation and awakening. One step, one breath, one compassionate choice at a time. If this message touched you, Trust you were meant to hear it. Subscribe for more light transmissions. Together, we walk this glorious path of awakening. Shine brightly, beloved ones. The golden age is dawning, and your light is the beacon.